Melissa, trying to get this done, or what month or what year do you see this happening?
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know, you know.
Well, this has been part of our plan all along.
It can take 6 months, it can take a year.
I just wonder, we're running into the city drainage fees. I think the city's raised taxes. I know they've raised the water rates. Are they going to come back and say, oh, this is, you know, the fourth city tax? And that, all of a sudden, we're cursed by these other three things. Does that worry you?
Well, no, because, I mean, I think the property owners have to say, we feel this is a need. And somebody in the paper today, I thought that made an interesting point. I can't remember, was one of the property owners said, well, I'm already paying for cleanup. And so if, you know, the PID's going to come in and do this, because a lot of things we're talking about, and this is not in every city, but this city requires the property owners to pick up the trash, to maintain the landscape.
Clean the snow.
Yeah, all those things.
In the public right of way.
In the public right of way. The question is, does it consistently happen? Are the property owners going to say, kind of like with that guy, I don't know if you have read the article, but I can't remember who it was, but basically said, I'm already paying for this service to be done, so if somebody comes in and takes care of it right away. So, you know, if the property owners deem that the services are needed and they want to pay for them, then we'll move forward. If they say, no, now it's not the time, then we won't. I would say it's going to be a minimum of a year to get through the process.
So, have we thought that possibly we should do it, could start doing this voluntarily or through Center City or some lighter way and kind of move into it? I'd hate to get it beat right off the very first.
You don't want that, and you know, you don't push it forward until you have the support. So you don't try and just, you know, push a square, you know, peg through a round hole. If you don't have the support, you don't move forward.
Which is really, I guess, the stage we're at now, beginning tonight.
Right, beginning tonight.
The gauging of the interest.
The gauging of the interest.
Or the lack thereof.
I mean, bottom line is there's going to be a bazillion individual meetings that are going to need to occur. And if we gauge, you know, no, this isn't quite the right time yet, we're not ready yet, then you don't move forward.
And you're going to have a much better sense of what the temperature is tomorrow morning than you do now.
Maybe. I mean, this is a public meeting. I think you get a better sense sitting down one-on-one. So this is a first step to get that feedback, but, you know, I think following that, we'll need to start setting meetings and sitting down one-on-one. What do you think? And I mean, because not everybody's going to voice their opinion. You know, you might have 100 people there, 10 people get up and say something, but they're all interested. So.
I mean, I think what you might find is I think people may be in favor of the principle of the PID. It sounds really good. Be an agreement of what needs to be done, but the question will be, are they willing to pay money to be able to get it done?
That's what we're going to get. Well, how much is it going to cost? Well,
everybody wants to jump to the last page and say,
are you open to the concept? Yes. Okay. Then let's really look at, and that's the model Jacobs has developed. And then once we get some sense of what property owners might want in terms of services, how much is that going to cost? What might it cost to make that happen, and what's the assessment going to be? Then we'll go back and say, okay, you said you wanted X, we think this is what it's going to cost, we think this is the area that might be feasible,